Hey, this time the admin will discuss an exciting anime. This anime is considered meaningful and also the core conflict that's quite exciting. Well, the anime that I want to discuss is the Seraph of the first season of Yen. At one time, because of the stupidity of mankind, a deadly virus is beginning to spread. People infected with the virus and immediately fell and died just like that. Only children aged 13 and under, those not infected by the virus, Yakuya Mikela, Yakuya Yuichiro, and also other children from that Motherhead orphanage they alive again. Besides that, they were also met by a mysterious group of people who were investigating the virus. Mikela Yuichiro and other kids taken to a facility in the mountainous area, and there they can get food. When they obeyed the mysterious people. Other than that, children also have to do a series of tests that's suspicious. One time at the facility, Yuichiro, Mikela who had just drunk a liquid, mysterious Yuichiro himself does not want to drink liquid. It's because it's so bitter. Mikela asks Yuichiro to behave better there. According to Mikela, all the kids there are treated pretty well. That's when a swarm of people started showing up and consciously stepping on the hand. Children playing in the street. Yuichiro who did not accept and tried to fight them. But Yuichiro was easily handled and was almost killed. Kayla tried to stop that thing, but he was ignored at all. A nobleman named Fred came, and Yuichiro was released. Mikela apparently recognized Fred. They greet each other. Fred also discussed the blood of Mikela is very good. He then asked Mikela to come again. His residence later, after chatting, Fred and those guys earlier left Mikela and Yuichiro, like them. Yuichiro asked Mikela, why did he know that person? Apparently, Mikela willingly let Fred drink her blood. Mikela also said that Yuichiro couldn't be one against the vampires. Yuichiro asked why Mikela wanted to give his blood to Fred. Mikela replied because that way Fred would give it a lot, including good food. Mikela left Yuichiro, while Yuichiro himself goes alone somewhere. Shortly after, female fellow, an orphanage member named Akane came too. He wondered why Yuichiro didn't, together with Mikela again. After that, Yuichiro remembered the first time he came to the orphanage. He was warmly welcomed by Mikela and others, but he himself was cold and ignored them. Mikela said that they all now is his family. Mikela also used to be alone like Yuichiro, but since the orphanage, everyone there became his family. But Yukuro said that he was not alone. He has family there. He came to the orphanage because his parents were trying to kill him. Go back to the present. Yuichiro returned to his residence with the children. When the night starts to fall, there Akane is cooking curry. And Yuichiro, even curious, why can they get fancy groceries? Akane said that Mikela gave it to her. Shortly after, the children also enjoyed the dishes made by Akane. Even so, Yuichiro refused his food because he knew what Mikela sacrificed to get food. It's when the time is getting late. All the kids are asleep except Yuichiro. Shortly after, Mikela went home. Even with the cold, Yuichiro welcomes Mikela. He said that he hasn't eaten his rations at all. After that, they both decided to eat together. Yuichiro wanted to give his blood. Kids can eat good, but Michaela refused. Because Yuichiro should be the one fighting the vampires, Michaela will also stop giving her blood. It turns out that secretly, he scoured Fred's residence to find a map out. He found it and took a gun. Michaela gives a gun, that's Yuichiro, and asks him to fight those vampires. With a map he found, Michaela proposes that they run away tonight too. Even so, Yuichiro hesitated because there were only piles of bodies out there, and Michaela said that they would be safe because of the virus. It's not contagious. Aged children, 13 years and under, and they're both only 12 years old. They'll think of a way out of trouble. It after being free later. After making up his mind, Michaela, Yuichiro came, and also the other kids started going on their trips. They sneak around so as not to be caught by the vampires. Patrolling. The map that Michaela brought was very accurate, and they just walked straight to get to the exit. But before they got to the exit, Fairy came and blocked them. Fairy immediately sucked the blood of one of the girls. Once suctioned, the girl immediately collapsed and died. Because of anger, Yuichiro also shot at the fairy, but the fairy nimbly dodged all the shots. He also knew that he didn't just steal the map, but Michaela also stole his gun. After that, Ferrite was in action. He cut down all the kids who were with Yuichiro and Michaela. Don't want Yuichiro to get hurt. Michaela went forward to fight the fairy, but Fairy easily stabbed Michaela in the stomach with his hand. That's when Yuichiro showed up and shot at the fairy up close, so that even the vampire collapses. Yuichiro immediately checked the state of Michaela, who was already dying. He was trying to take Michaela away, but Michaela asked him out of place. That's as soon as possible. Yuichiro refuses because Michaela is his family.